From Messi's last-minute free kick to Harry Kane's halfway line goal to Garnacho's incredible bicycle kick, we'll be recreating these and many more insane goals from 2023, starting from the easiest and working our way up to the hardest goal to recreate. But you'll actually be shocked with the results that we managed to recreate, so don't run away, you little boy. The first goal is Messi's Inter Miami 90th minute winner, which is just a simple free kick, right? Hell no, we had to find the angle of equilibrium and trajectory of the light onto the field. But you know what? We got our attempts in and we hit the wall, we missed the goal, everything happened, fam. So eventually we finally managed to make it happen. Messi steps up to the free kick. He has the same position as reality. He steps up, he takes the shots and he goes over the wall and goes into the back of the net, fam. That is exactly the same how it is in reality, and we managed to do that in our first level. Now the next goal we need to recreate is De Bruyne's beautiful goal against Real Madrid in the Champions League. Grealish gets the ball, he passes it to Gundogan, it goes past two defenders. Gundogan passes it to De Bruyne. De Bruyne first time shoots it into the bottom left corner. It's just about luck and the power behind that shot. So as you can see, our attempts, we tried with De Bruyne, the goalkeeper saves it. Sometimes we hit the bar, sometimes we just don't get the ball into the net. That was the hardest part about this challenge. It just went into the sky or just saved by the goalkeeper, fam. So let's see what our final product looks like. So here we have Grealish getting the ball, passes it to Gundogan. Gundogan holds it for 1 or 2 seconds and he managed to do a skill, and De Bruyne first time shots it into the bottom left corner. Now that's how we like it, fam. We managed to recreate the goal. The only slight issue is that Gundogan just did a trick before he passed it to De Bruyne. We managed to recreate this from the build-up play to the goal, so we'll take that. Now this is the hardest challenge we got so far. We need to recreate Rodri's beautiful left-legged goal against Bayern Munich in the Champions League. He first gets the ball from Bernardo Silva, then does a fake shot against a player. He dribbles past the player, he goes on his left leg, shoots, curls into the top left corner, fam. I don't know how we're gonna recreate this, and trust me, later on in this video we have recreated some insane goals, so stick around and find out. But on to Rodri's goal now. The hard point about this is the AI just does whatever it wants. So in the game, obviously if you shoot with your weak foot, you're gonna sky the ball, fam. It's not easy to let the ball go in as it is in reality with someone's weak foot. We managed to get so many attempts in, but you know what? We managed to finally do the challenge. It took me 1 hour to do this, so imagine the goals later on in this video. It'll take ages. And now we move on to Manchester United's Bruno Fernandes first time volley shot. He gets across from near the halfway line from Evans, and Bruno Fernandes needs a first time shot that into the bottom left corner. Also, the hardest part about this is offsides. Everything from timing to execution needs to be perfect. We tried our best in the attempts, as you can see, but we managed to score some goals in FC24 that is better than the real life goal. I don't know how, but he managed to do some spectacular goals, but that wasn't as reality. The attempts just looked awful. Sometimes he headed it, sometimes he just gave up in life. Now we need a player to cross the ball from the center of the field, go over all the defenders, and Bruno needs to hit that first time. Now the ball gets to our player's hand and he's in the middle of the field, perfect positioning. He does a beautiful cross over all the defenders and players of Burnley. It goes swiftly onto Bruno Fernandes' right leg. Beautiful execution into the bottom left corner. I lost some sunlight, but hey, we managed to do it and I'm happy with that recreation. So I can't wait for the future goals because the standards are just gonna go higher and higher. Now this pains me as a Manchester United fan that we have to recreate Gundogan's volley goal against us in the FA Cup final. This was one of the quickest goals in the final as well. Now the ball has to come from the back. He does a lob cross, hits it to De Bruyne, he headers it and then volleys it from Gundogan, fam. I don't know how we're gonna manage to do this. So we managed to get some attempts in and it was looking just terrible, fam. It took me ages to do this. Sometimes it even went into the net, but it wasn't exactly like the recreation we wanted. But you know what? Eventually we finally managed to do a recreation of this goal. Now the ball comes from the back, De Bruyne headers it beautifully. Gundogan just shoots it into the top right corner. That is one of the most satisfying goals we have recreated as well, fam. That curved beautifully into the top right corner. Now the next goal that we need to recreate is Allister's beautiful long shot against Fulham. So this was so much easier to do with 2 people because we needed the ball to be headed from a Fulham player into Allister's feet. So this was our first attempt and we managed to get so close already in this challenge so far. That goal went up and just went down. Like like my dick. Onto the goal now. We need to stay calm, and you know what? We need to execute this with McAllister. Now this goal was actually much easier to recreate, but also the technique was one of the hardest things to recreate. Sometimes the angle wasn't right at all, and we finally got this result. The ball gets played around in Fulham's defense. The ball gets headed and loses possession from them and falls into McAllister's feet. McAllister holds it for 2 seconds, sledgehammers it into the top right corner. Now that is beautiful execution. And bear in mind, we still have Harry Kane's halfway line goal to recreate, and even Garnacho's bicycle kick. But on to the next level now. This gets harder now. We are recreating Mudryk's cross goal against Arsenal. All I can say is that this is gonna be harder in FIFA than real life. But all the anxiety gets away from us, because as you can see, the attempts were so close. We managed to get some attempts, and you know what? We were close. I was getting more horny as we got more closer, because we finally managed to do it. Now that was exactly the same, fam. Don't you dare piss me off, because that was beautiful. We are now halfway through our goal recreations. We need to recreate Son's beautiful curl and finesse shots against Brighton. Now this goal needs to happen from Perisic. He gets the ball, passes it to Son on his left leg, where Son gets the goal into the top right corner. But it's not easier than it seems, because this ball was just not going into the top right corner. Sometimes the AI was just marking Son that he just steals the ball from us. So we had to play this tactically and move the players in the right position at the right time. We need something that makes you go, holy shit, that was good. So that's what we managed to do, and we managed to get some attempts in as well. We managed to shoot some balls. It just didn't go in. Sometimes it went in, but it wasn't exactly the same. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. But hey, we stood on business and we managed to get the goal recreation to the T. That was exactly the same how it was in real life. On to the next goal recreation. We have to score a goal from Valverde. He scored this goal against Napoli in the Champions League. So the ball gets crossed from Mudryk from a corner, headers it out, and Valverde needs a touch and thereafter executes it after that into the top left corner. Now this is going to take so many attempts, because the issue with this is that after we cross the ball, we need to header it to him. Now he needs to stay on the edge of the box, and sometimes he just runs into the box. Sometimes he's not even there. Sometimes he just gets intercepted. So this was a pain to recreate. Now the ball comes from a corner. We manage to header it swiftly out of the box. Valverde falls to his feet, touches it beautifully into the top left corner. I'm not gonna lie, this attempt took me 2 hours. Yep, 2 hours to make that. Now this was one of the best goals we have seen in 2023, was Adeyemi's goal against Chelsea. He literally ran from one box to another box. Now this goal is up to luck as well. The ball needs to get crossed from a corner, header it twice, and then fall into Adeyemi's feet, where he runs from near the halfway line to the other box, and we need to dribble past a defender on top of that and the goalkeeper. Now the ball gets crossed from a corner, someone headers it, and thereafter the clearance happens, which falls into Adeyemi's feet. Now he takes the ball from the halfway line, runs, and a defender is holding him, dribbles past the defender. Adeyemi gets the ball again to his feet, dribbles past the goalkeeper, and shoots it with his left leg into the goal. Now that's exactly to the T. But now the next one is gonna be one of the toughest one. I don't think I'm gonna do this anytime soon, which is Mbappe's scissors goal against Nice. Just above the inner box, he managed to do a scissors goal. It hits the ball on the ground and goes into the bottom right corner. We're gonna try our best and just get some attempts in, but you know what? Time and effort just showed out, and we managed to get some close attempts in. Now the ball falls to Hakimi. He does some beautiful step overs, passes it to Neymar. Neymar does a beautiful trick, and then Mbappe scores that into the bottom right corner. We have done that exactly to the T, except for Neymar Jr. being there. I don't know why he's there. He did a Travella cross. I'm happy we managed to do that, because this was one of the worst goals we had to recreate. But obviously this is nothing compared to the goals that are upcoming now. Now we have to recreate Ronaldo's beautiful chip shots over the whole entire world, and it just goes in, fam. Now the goalkeeper's timing of the tackle needs to be executed at the right point, and Ronaldo needs to be there at the right position as well. It was just so hard to recreate this goal, because nothing was just falling for us, fam. Nothing was working out. This time, guess how many hours it took us? 2 hours, fam. Now the keeper managed to get a tackle in, and it falls into Ronaldo's leg, and thereafter he chips it beautifully into the goal. As you can see, the ball went really high as well, and it managed to go into the back of the net. The only problem was it was on his left leg, but this is just the start, because the 3 next goals are the hardest goals to recreate in 2023. And the third last goal we need to recreate is Mertens' corner volley. I don't know how he did this in reality, but we have to get things done. Now the issue with this was also the goalkeeper was on steroids. I don't know why he was saving some of the goals. Now this goal actually took us 45 minutes to make, and I'm I'm happy with the results because we managed to recreate this exactly the same how it was done in reality. Mertens gets the ball crossed to him in the edge of the box. He shoots it first time and wow, what a goal from him, fam. But bear in mind, now we move on to Harry Kane's halfway line goal. We need to make sure that our power on the shot that we are taking with Harry Kane has sufficient energy to go inside the goal. Kane gets the ball beautifully on his legs. He does a beautiful R2 and square over the keeper. The keeper almost saves it, and it was basically realistic as possible because in real life the keeper almost saved it as well. We finally managed to do this goal recreation exactly how it was done in reality. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. The hardest goal of 2023 is Garnacho's bicycle kick against Everton. Now with this goal, Rashford needs to pass it to Diego Dalot and he needs to cross it first time into Garnacho, and thereafter Garnacho just has to execute it and hit it into the top right corner. We managed to get some close attempts, but it wasn't just the same as it was in reality. Garnacho's positioning was awful, Dalot's positioning was awful, everything was just not looking good. But you know, hard work pays off and we got closer and closer with more attempts that we did. Rashford gets the ball on his leg, he passes it to Diego Dalot, Dalot crosses it, and then Garnacho executes that into the right hand side of the goal. And don't forget to comment below which goal was your favorite recreation. If you enjoyed this video, I'm sure you'll enjoy this as well, so click on it and support the channel because we are gonna go up from here and I'm making sure we do that.